All right, man. Let's talk about Josh Paschal. Um, Apparently, he balling and he living up to expectations. That's a great thing because obviously him being a utility player, um, him being a utility player, is important. It's important. Now, also you got Onwuzurike, who let's talk about him real quick too. But we talk about Paschal, then we kick over to him. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And apparently, Paschal, I mean, really, he didn't have a rookie year last year. Came in injured. He's a former guy that beat cancer. He's a cancer survivor. Came in with a groin injury last year, so that was two second round picks in which they came in with injuries. We knew about his injuries and his health history. We didn't know about Onwuzurike back injury coming off a year in which he didn't play college football. Was crazy, but Paschal is very important to, um, he's very important to what they're going to be doing um, in Detroit because I told y'all they got a bunch of guys down there who can stop the run. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they do. They got a bunch of guys down there who can stop the run. You know, that's what they do have. But they don't have nobody that can get to the passer. You see Malik McNeil shed 22 pounds. He had a big, you see the difference when Malik McNeil was able to rush the passer versus the Giants. Everybody seen the difference. Everybody seen the difference in how that line, how Aiden Hutchinson was getting off. So that's the most important type of pressure that you need to get is right in the middle of the quarterback's face. And Paschal can do that. Even when he came back, there was a difference across that defensive line. So you need that penetration. If they can get two guys that can penetrate the middle of that line, it's over with. The back end ain't gotta be as good. The linebacker core gonna be better. You could mark, Aiden Hutchinson don't have a second year slump and get injured. Um, you can mark him down for 10 sacks minimum. You know, you can mark him down for 10 sacks minimum. So, with both of them, Onwuzurike and Paschal starting to get healthy, um, you know, I think that I think that it kind of changes the trajectory of of it kind of changes the trajectory of what the Lions can be, and you see why they probably didn't go hard after Quentin Williams, or they didn't go hard after Quentin Williams or Chris Jones or one of those guys, because they had the medical facts. And I figured that on on Onwuzurike and obviously Josh Paschal, who did come back last year. I think he got injured again for a little quick second when he came back, but then he got some reps like Jameson Williams. But really, in my humble opinion, they getting some additions back. Eventually they get Jameson Williams back. I feel like it's still his rookie year. The number of games will indicate that. I feel like it's still, Paschal's rookie year. Didn't have a training camp last year. And, for Onwuzurike, yeah, he played his rookie year, but we ain't nobody notice it. So, um, so, so yeah, ain't nobody noticed it. So it's like, okay. But they getting a lot of guys back that's really rookies, and that really should help them. And had these guys been healthy, or they drafted guys that had been healthy and could contribute it right away, I think this rebuild would have been further along ahead. I think it would have been further along than not. But these two dudes, Paschal, Onwuzurike, two of the most important dudes on this roster. Because without that, golf, if golf do what he do, and they do what they do, because you need that penetration. You need quarterback. You need penetration up the middle. You can book. You can book the Lions having two double-digit sack. Sack artists on the edge. I think with the rotation, maybe you won't get two, but we'll see. Um, So he said that's Paschal has been healthy this offseason. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn said the team is seeing growth as he heads into a second year. He said that's one player I'm very excited for. Glenn said via Justin Rogers, Detroit News. He really didn't get a chance to go through offseason program last year. He's been able to do that, so I think we're starting to see the fruits of that show up. He's a powerful, physical man, and again, that's why we drafted him in the second round. We expect those things from him. He's going to be a good player. He's going to be a really good player. I'm excited to see, what he is going to give us this season, and anything they can give him this season, man. In that up that middle, dude. Two good guys that can penetrate across that line, and then Onwuzurike can play some edge, and then he can play some edge, a lot of edge. They can play multi-front defense and all that stuff. So, that should be that should be very, 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 very interesting. That should be very, very interesting. So they need that penetration. Without that penetration, dude, it's hard. Yeah, you need run stoppers, but that penetration that'll stop the run. That'll make the quarterback have to flush the pocket, and that's one thing they was missing last year. And they was missing athleticism up in that front seven too. Tracy Walker was the only one that can get to Jalen Hurts. So adding Rodrigo, adding Jack Campbell, you hopefully helps getting Onwuzurike back, Paschal back. They can do some things. Aleem McNeil getting slimmer. Just James Houston. He give more athleticism up front. Obviously Aiden Hutchinson is he's a way better athlete than he was at the University of Michigan. I don't know what happened there, but um, you know, uh, so so um, we'll see. But let's switch over to Onwuzurike. I hadn't heard much about him. Um, so he says, but the defense tackle earned praise from defensive coordinator for his resiliency to make it this far through nagging back injury. Aaron Glenn wasn't speaking as defensive coordinator when giving Onwuzurike his props. From a former player who logged 15 seasons and 3 Pro Bowl appearances. I tell you what, man, that is take coaching, take all of that aside. Now, this is take the coaching hat off. And this is a former player, Glenn said. To see someone be able to have the injury, especially back injury at that position, to come back and be able just to fight, strain, and grind, man, it feels so good. Good for him. I feel good. I feel good for us to see that. I mean, the practice the other day, he had a situation where he got bent back quite a bit. My reaction, I was like, "Whoa, man!" He just got up, got back in the huddle and got to the next play, and I felt really, really good about that fact. But the matter that he can go through that, it tells him more than anything, I'm okay. I'm okay. So he said, I said, Levi, listen, if you're going to do this, then let's go all in. Let's go all in. Let's go play. He said, I'm with you, coach. So he said it feels good to be back on the field. It feels good to be back on the field and actually feels good on his work. He said start of camp. So, obviously he going through some things, and if he can make it to training camp, he could probably make it through a nice portion of the season. But he said interior pass rush. Levi's naturally strong as a player. Glenn said obviously he didn't get a chance to do all that weight work uh, that you want him to do. So I say that the player is still development phase also because he didn't really get a chance to do things we expect of the defensive lineman coming into the NFL. So he has ways to go, but I like exactly where he's at. So I mean, at the end of the day, you hope he find a stride somewhere through the season. He gets stronger. First of all, he stay healthy. You know, um, you hope all of that type stuff. So it's a good update on him because they need both of them. So for real, they need both of them. So yeah, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo TJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.